I, I got some people that could definitely enjoy wearing something like that. Actually, I would have given one to Casey for sure.
Yeah, a lot of people like that skull. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the first things I learned how to draw. 6 years old, drawing Gravedigger. You
Yeah.
know, the monster truck.
Yeah.
And drawing those skulls on the side of Gravedigger, man.
Yeah. That's
All
funny.
right, we'll finish this up. I'll put on one more liner here.
Now you got his kids running. You seen his kids do monster trucks? Dennis Anderson's kids,
I
Ryan Anderson.
haven't seen it in
Oh man,
years.
their
This is
kids,
this weekend.
those kids
Oh my God, we got a liner from Stromae. I forgot
You're
about this.
missing the parade right now?
This is
I
awesome.
heard. Hey, did you know tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day?
I just found that out. That's why I was like, hey, we're missing the parade right now.
St. Patrick's Day parade? Should we let people know?
It's downtown. It's probably where everyone's already at.
Wake and break.
I don't know.
Good morning.
Almost
Wake or break. Good morning. Wake or break. Wake or break.
Just wake up, wake.
I like wake or break. Wake or bake. Wake or bake.
You're just saying words.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I want to do a commercial when we come back in real quick. I want to do one real quick for us and for you, and then we'll get right into it.
What's that?
But I'm just along for the ride.
I'm going to skip the song. I like the song, but
I have a motto.
here we go. We're coming in.
Military service and where I currently
Here we go. Let's do this.
I'm way too late, but moving
C'est
casually.
Stromae. Et tu es en train d'écouter le Manny et Dr. Church Show. Oui, c'est ça. Tu es.
Man, you really got us a liner from Stromae.
Good, man. That's how cool I am.
I don't even know how you got a liner from Stromae. That's not even
So
possible.
the speakeasy's kind of a big deal, and
Holy
we do some
crap.
big things.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that guy.
Are you?
I don't even understand how you found him. Anyway, real quick, this tickling of your ear holes, the Manny and Dr. Church Show, is brought to you by Lab Builder Supplies. Lab Builder Supplies, they are distributors of lab equipment, of extraction equipment of all kinds from all different brands, including Across International, Cascade, Silogics, Hideoff, Buki. Any of you looking for vac ovens, rotovaps, pipettes, any of this lab equipment that is used in the extraction of DNA, RNA, squirrel milk extraction, there's so many different extractions out there. Your cannabis extraction and so on. You want to save some money, reach out to Lab Builder Supplies. You want to save money on those nitrile gloves, Lab Builder Supplies as well. Call them at 719-722-4181, or you can reach them at Lab Builder Supplies on Instagram. DM them with your orders or check out the pictures of what they've got for sale, vac ovens and so on.
How much is a box of gloves, bud?
If you're going for the black ones, they're around, it depends. If you're buying a bunch of them, I mean, these gloves can get down into the $5 a box range.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Saving money.
Yeah. This show and tickling of your ear holes is also brought to you by, and yes, we have commercials for all this stuff, and yes, we're going to play the commercials, but I just want to shout out, ladies and gentlemen, in our studio right now, we have a man that we like to refer to as Nintendo Jesus. Nintendo Jesus bringing us 40 years of retro video games. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Nintendo Jesus is here to help us get you through your problems in life. He provides 40 years of video games for your establishments where you have waiting rooms if you care about your employees. If you have a smoke environment that is legal and has a license on the door. Nintendo Jesus is there for you, the owner of Warp Zone Gaming, a.k.a. Manny of the Manny and Dr. Church Show. When you meet him, do not touch his hair. He will lay hands. Side effects being weird black circles forming around your eye holes. But I'd like to thank you, Warp Zone Gaming, for bringing us this tickling of our ear holes.
You know what, Church? Thank you for actually showing up to the studio today.
I mean, honestly, Manny, I just wanted to literally microaggress against every Christian individual out there right now by playing Amazing Grace while talking about video games. Now I'm done microaggressing here, and I can do such things. My parents are preachers. All right, shout out. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Sorry. Now that that's over, in studio right now, we've got the owner of Sinsig. I mean, that's a company right now. What do we got going on here? What is Sinsig, if you could? We got Joey Bag of Donuts here now. We got another character in studio here. That's right. We're keeping everybody's anonymity in check. What is Sinsig, if you could, please?
Sinsig is a little project that I started probably 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago.
We make decorative motorcycle parts, specifically turn signals, and they're actually extremely unique. They are. I have no competition, so when it comes to making prices, it's really hard to come up with because you can't find. It's hard to find that that line that people are willing to spend and not willing to spend. But so far, we're doing pretty good. So.
All right. What do the blinkers look like, if you will?
Oh yeah, they're like skulls. They're mini skulls.
So Sinsig is a manufacturing company for taillights, blinkers, in the shape of skulls for motorcycles.
Right. So I used to make them by hand. Don't make them by hand anymore. If I place an order, I can have them mass produced. So that's the beauty of it.
Wow, this is pretty interesting. You know what I'm realizing? You know what? I'm just going to meld all this together. If I'm correct, so you own Sinsig. This is a company that you started out of something where you had seen something and said, I could make this and make it better.
Yeah.
And you went to go have this source to go have it made, and everybody told you couldn't make it. Am I correct with that?
That is.
Somebody told you couldn't.
Everybody. He went to a few different manufacturers. Am I correct?
Yeah, 100% correct. Yeah.
At which point,
nope, you can't do it. Can't be done.
And you listened. You went home. You said, it doesn't work. I'm done. You're out the game. You moved into your parents' house, and that's it. You've been living there.
Mom, where's the meatloaf?
You're done, and that's real. And so ever since, you've been living in your mom's basement.
Wait, no, that's
gets
not
cold down there. Gets cold down there.
Shout out RedTube. I'm just saying, he's a fan of our RedTube channel. He comments. The comments he puts
let's
up.
bring it back to reality.
That's not real?
No.
Oh, no, that was real? That was a lie?
Yeah.
Okay, so you started it from scratch where, so they told you they couldn't manufacture it, and you took that and you did what?
So, I guess
this is where everything changes.
Okay, the lie stops that I lied.
Right.
Okay, we'll go back to the real. Go ahead.
They told you that it couldn't be done. What did you do?
The truth. Well, yeah, I mean, the whole story started back years ago. I actually saw my uncle had he had a couple paperweights, and he bored them out or milled them out and threaded light leads in the eyes and made them blinkers. They were skulls. They were paperweight skulls.
So he made a custom.
So he did it. They weren't meant to be on the bike.
No.
They were paperweights,
Right.
and he's had them on probably since the early 2000s. And a few years back, I remember going to get a beer out of the fridge, walking by the bike, and being like, you know what? I forgot he had those on his bike. And then I'm like, you know what? I've actually never seen those, and did some market research and found out nobody does in fact make them. So I said we're gonna make them more realistic, more better.
Give it
realistic
more detail.
cheekbones, realistic teeth, the eyes, the eyebrows.
So he went out and he murdered someone so he can get their skull.
No,
And then what he did was he took the skin off with the acid in a bottle,
What
so
I'm
you can have a
learning-
realistic skull.
What I'm learning
Right?
is that you did much
that's not
like
real?
what Todd McFarlane
I'm sorry.
did, the creator of Spawn,
I'm sorry.
Image Comics.
Yeah.
His theory was, he was hired to draw Spider-Man for years, right? And then one day he was like, you know what? I just want to make him prettier.
Yeah.
I want to make him sexier. I want to make him look real, and bring that into the comic books.
I'm gonna give him a
Obviously,
third leg.
That's done well for Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Church, shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And so, that's basically what you observed. You were like, man, this is a thing, but it could look sexier.
Yeah.
How can I make it sexier and then
Sexy
provide it
spider.
to the public?
Right, and not only that, but kind of make them a little more efficient. Meaning, once you solder them onto the bike, solder meaning like once you weld into the bike, I guess for people that know what soldering is, you can mix and match the eye colors, right? So, if you don't want orange or amber, which is what we sell them as,
Right.
put them in red.
Isn't that mostly state law?
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah.
You gotta go
Well,
based off-
New Jersey. Yeah, well, I was going to say, so in
Right.
New Jersey, the law is 39-315C. And I know that because I used to get, I'm not joking, look this up, it's a statute number, 39-315 with that C, first of all. What that does is you're not allowed specifically to have any lights emitting from your car other than red, white, or yellow. And so if you have any colors other than that emitting from your car, it's for off-road use only, you have to have that as a thing. But yeah, where those come on, man. Back in the 90s, you get those lights under the car. I had some blue ones, and I'd look like I was flying down the road. I was floating and whatever. Yeah, I get yanked over all the time.
What about the people with the lights on their wheels?
Well, that's illegal too. At which point, what I found was, again, loophole. 39-315C says white light is legal. Therefore, I bought white lights for under the car instead of the blue ones, which was dumb, and that's yes, boring, exactly. So anyway,
so Sinsig is obviously a creator. Will it evolve?
Yeah, I mean, let's put it this way: it already has. like I said, when I first started making these.
He makes adult toys now.
I'm
I'm sorry, that's a lie too. I'm sorry. I
It's called a
apologize.
shifter.
I'm terrible.
It's a shifter knob.
I apologize. Go on. I'm terrible. So you're coming out possibly with other products as of right now, or is right now it's just it's the blinkers are the main thing, and obviously it's a custom item that you just can't get anywhere.
I mean, when I started making them, I modeled them off of a specific bike, obviously, and then obviously you make that work on a bike. You know, I had a guy one time at Daytona at a trade show down in Florida. He had a bike, it was a tri-glide, something that he didn't, the blinkers wouldn't fit his bike, so kind of rigged it to his bike, and it works fine. Haven't had any problems since. And then, you know, just expanding how many models that they fit. And then
So
eventually
what you're saying is like, you know, like as opposed to a Sportster and a Fat Tail, the skulls in the beginning wouldn't necessarily fit right on the Sportster. It would look more appropriate on the Fat Tail. And so what you're trying to accommodate is that blend to where it will fit multiple ranges of motorcycles.
the idea is to come up with a more universal mount for it. And I mean, we just a year ago released the Street Glide mounts, which have been selling like hotcakes, right? So it's Harley's most sold bike, I think, in years. You know what I mean? So, you know, I definitely am catered to a bigger population here.
Well, where can we find your product? Where is it out there? Where can we find it?
You can find it on the website. It's www.sinistersignals.com, which is Sinsig for short. Or we have social media at Sinister Signals, Facebook, Instagram.
Sinister Signals. I'm
Sinister
assuming
Signals.
no tricky spelling, nothing like that.
No.
That's good.
I appreciate you coming on here. I'm gonna drop this one last little thing, and I don't need you to talk about it because we do have to wrap up the show with a couple of plugs.
We got a real show coming on.
But
Daily
the Daily
Dose
Dose,
coming up.
that's real. With deals on their website that's like no other when it comes to getting some trees, ladies and gentlemen, getting your meds. Check out that site.
Save some money.
Shameless plug. But Sinsig out here. We've interviewed this owner here. We also had a conversation. Joey Bag of Donuts we've been talking to all morning, basically. Am I correct that you own a lingerie company as well since the age of about 22 or 23 years old?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I did.
Just wanted to check that. Just real quick. And am I correct that you had like basically a model who's the wifey or girlfriend
Are
of?
you telling me this isn't the guy with Victoria's Secret? This is Veronica Not Telling.
It's a different brand.
Okay.
It's a different brand.
Veronica Not Telling.
He has a different brand.
It's a different brand.
It's even
Mine's
different
a
than
little
that.
more dark than that.
Okay, all right. Now carry on.
Yeah, actually, the name of it's really dark. We're gonna have to have him on at another point in time. But I'd like to thank you for coming on, owner of Sinister Signals. Get yourself some blinkers today. If you're a bike enthusiast, check out his site. This might be something that actually.
I already want to know what they are because my whole
Fit your
family's
style.
bikers back in California.
Something we have talked about that I'm hoping you go down that realm is you were talking about maybe getting into some kind of a vape situation, maybe making like a really cool skull
There you go.
vape mod box, if you will. So check out Sinister Signals today on all their Facebooks, Instagrams, and all that other stuff. But I'd also like you, honestly, to check out the Instagram pages and Facebook pages of the Manny and Dr. Church Show featuring The Darkness.
You don't have to. I don't care.
All right, fine. You also have to check out Lab Builder Supplies. They're going to save you a bunch of money on extraction equipment. Again, if you're looking for a rotovap or a vac oven, reach out to Lab Builder Supplies on Instagram. As well as I'd like to close this show out by saying I'd love to shout out Nintendo Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. We're going back to it. We're going to close out this show one last time properly, ladies and gentlemen. The owner of Wartburn Gaming, a.k.a. Manny of the Manny and Dr. Church Show, also known as Nintendo Jesus, ladies and gentlemen, providing you with 40 years of retro video games. If you need retro videos, don't eat over my comment. He's throwing donuts at me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put on some hip hop here, but for real, reach out to Nintendo Jesus of the Manny and Dr. Church Show. We'll be back next week or tomorrow on the Manny and Dr. Church Show featuring The Darkness. Shout out to hit the button. Come up next. The Daily Joe Show. Straight up hip hop and R&B coming up next.
All right.
Here we go.
Love it, you guys. Love it.
Well, it's about time you
You
woke
know,
back
somebody
up.
showed up.
Sorry about this. All right. What's up?
What up there, homeboy?
How you doing?
Good, man.
All
How
right,
you guys
yeah,
doing?